you get a text from Jackson Jones, star wide receiver and Beetle person, saying, I can get you Mr. Bliss. And that is where we left off last night, and that is where we pick up today. You all have a couple of options ahead of you. There is going to the Church of Biologenesis and doing a little undercover mission to gather some intel on what's going on there, because you all believe that Baron Nightcloak or somebody at Biogenesis is responsible for Lazarus's lack of judgment here. Or you can follow the breadcrumbs, ye old breadcrumbs, to Jackson Jones and see how he can get you Mr. Bliss. We have 2 major villains here and only 4 episodes in which to thwart their plans.
We can do them all.
Baron Nightcloak's going to take off his mask. He was Mr. Bliss as well. They're the same person.
Little did they know. It's all the same guy.
It can't be that easy.
No, it will not be that easy. It is actually very possible. I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's very possible that this season ends with them only catching one of these people. We'll see if I can make it work, but...
No, we got it. We got this, Dave.
Oh, you guys can figure it out. It's fine.
Let's go.
It's fine.
Go.
So what are you guys going to do? Jackson Jones just sent the text. Proceed.
All right, are we ready to go to the church?
Jackson just reached out to me. He says that he can help us take down Mr. Bliss.
Oh.
I am gonna...
Point of order.
Yeah.
Does Gracie, a.k.a. Labyrinth, know who you're talking about when you say Jackson?
Good question.
So he talked about...
I talked about a beetle person.
Sarsaparilla.
Yeah.
And you said like it's Jackson Jones.
Yeah.
And...
I mean, I certainly think I would have kind of filled her in.
You're filling her
process
in.
Of that,
Okay.
That
all right.
conversation of
Proceed.
like...
Okay.
That's
There's
fine.
a kid that goes to Melconian High. I wouldn't know anything about that, but...
I'm just trying to see how much longer we're going to hold off Labyrinth realizing you're Zack Lapidus. That's it.
I suspect, remember?
I know.
There's
You haven't gotten enough.
I even called him Zack.
I mean...
But I don't know that he noticed.
Zack thinks he's hiding it pretty well. But then again, he has an awareness of 1.
He's hiding it horribly.
In fact, most of the time you aren't masked. You're just Zack. You just don't even remember.
Many people have discovered who you are over the course of this game.
Yeah, it's one of the worst kept secrets in Solace Bay. They're like, he keeps on pretending he's not. But.
What I like about it is there's villains who clearly know who you are, and like nobody cares. Because they're like, it doesn't bother him, so we can't even hold this over him. He wouldn't.
Wait, which villains know who I am? Well, the Baron Nightcloak, maybe.
Yeah, Baron Nightcloak, I think.
That's one.
Jackson. If he's
Jackson
a villain.
is on the fence. He's in the gray area as to whether or not he's a villain. But I'm sorry, I'm in the way here. Continue.
Yeah, I'm going to text Jackson back and say, that's amazing. Will you be at school tomorrow so we can... talk about it in depth?
And very quickly you get a text back saying, has to be tonight, 9 p.m. There's a warehouse. He'll be there.
What time is it? We said it's like
3:30, 4 o'clock.
3:30 or 4? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say, send me the address, and I'll also just kind of ask him details about, like, does he know how many people are going to be there? You know, is there any moment of vulnerability he thinks that would be an opportune time to take him down?
He says he's selling some merchandise, and it's so important that he has to be there personally.
I'll share all this with Labyrinth, but also with the caveat of, like, this could easily be a trap.
Yes, that was Labyrinth's thought. Okay, that could be a trap. There were a lot of people with Mr. Bliss last night as well. We definitely don't want to split up on this. I don't want you to go alone. And I take out my phone and I am going to look up what is the schedule on the Church of Biologenesis.
It says Tuesday night potluck today.
At what time?
7 to 9.
Oh, you.
Oh, well, hey, they'll be open. We could be around and then leave a little early. Be like, oh, we didn't even know you were going to have a potluck.
How close is the church to where this warehouse is that Jackson?
You'd have to go down the coast. So, like, the church is on the north side of the city, and then on the about midway down the coast, you'd just be doing kind of almost a straight line down.
Okay, so but like on a motorcycle, how long would it take us to get from one to the other?
We'll call it 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Okay, so we need to wrap up by
Traffic's
7
pretty
by 8:15. Okay,
pretty tight.
All right.
It's a very popular thoroughfare.
Yeah, I'm gonna set a couple alarms on my phone to.
Well, Lazarus, why don't we do
notify me.
this? We'll go at we'll meet there at 6.
Yeah, the potluck starts at 7. That doesn't mean you have to be there.
I'm sure
only
people
at
would be
7.
there setting up, or like people would want to talk to us about biogenesis, and we can start getting some information.
But I do have to point out it is a potluck, which means that
we don't have
it's
a
4
dish.
o'clock now. You don't have a dish.
Can your mom make steaks? I don't know that story, but that's the first thing that came to mind.
I do know of a great gyro place that's on the way. That pick up
Gyro.
some- Yeah, gyro. Yeah, I know.
Gyro.
Labyrinth.
It starts in the back of your mouth and comes to the front. Gyro.
I'm sorry. I have a lot of powers. One of them is not to say that word, apparently. Okay? I'm sorry, Labyrinth.
It hurt.
What are you, Greek or something?
I'm like, it hurts my people's ears. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll pick up some food and see each other around. We'll split up, be undercover. I'll be invisible. Yeah. And then we'll head down to the warehouse.
Okay. I'll get us some stuff for the potluck, and I guess I won't even see you in there.
No.
But, watch my back, I guess.
Okay, I will. I then text Chris.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I saw that pamphlet on the table, and I saw that group is having a potluck tonight. Would you be interested in going?
He texts back, you want to go to the church with me?
Sure, if you want to.
Thumbs up.
Cool. See you at 7.
That won't complicate it at all. It worked out so well last time you took Chris with you.
It did. It worked fine.
It worked out great.
He met a nice baker and everything.
That is true. He did. Okay. So the plan here is for Gracie Hartwell as Gracie Hartwell, and her boyfriend, on again, off again boyfriend, Chris, to go to the Church of Biologenesis as a couple, while Lazarus, Zack Lapidus, is going to a gyro place to get some gyros.
Gyros.
Yeah, I'm going to get a pile of gyros.
Just getting a pile of gyros. Gonna get these pile of gyros here. You're gonna walk up with just like a sack, like a fast food sack, greasy bottom.
It's going to be in one of
gyro
those,
juice.
those tin foil,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, one of those
brownie
aluminum.
dish looking things.
Yeah. Sure.
But also with the fast food bag that's all greasy with the fries that come naturally with.
Yeah.
Just dump the fries in.
Yeah.
And some pita and, like little cherry tomatoes. Yeah, it's going to be...
But Labyrinth is going to go at 6 invisibly to meet Chris at 7
Okay.
and do some looking around.
All right. So while Zack Lapidus is waiting for his order of how many would you buy for a potluck at a church that you know nothing about?
Well,
like a 6-pack, like a 6.
This place, I think they're going to have a catering menu, okay?
Okay, man.
I'm ordering out the catering menu for, the potluck style.
I need you to make a
meat
willpower.
shavings.
I need you to make
Okay.
a willpower check because you're asking for a catering company to drop their shit at dinner time.
No, he's talking about the catering menu.
I know,
Catering
but
menu.
like they
I'm
have
not
to.
ordering a ton. I'm just ordering one of those
It doesn't matter.
dishes.
It's still a ton. No, it's dinner time. It's dinner time. It's rush hour. They're handling stuff, and
All
they've
right.
got
All right.
they've
I'll
got to
make a
make like
willpower
30
check.
of these euros for you guys.
We'll see how many gyros they're able
You got
to
to talk him
make
into
me.
it. You got to sweet talk the euro guy.
Okay. All right. Willpower it is. That's a 9. It's not bad.
9 total. See what my Euro guy, he has godlike willpower. I rolled. All right. He says, listen, my friend, you came in a little too late. But what is this for exactly? What is the rush?
I'm going to a potluck, and I didn't have time to make something, and I love your food, and I thought people should enjoy it.
He says, I can give you like 12 euros. Is that all right? This is as good as it's going to get.
Yeah, that'll work great. And like a side salad. Thanks.
Just one side salad for you. Just a personal side salad.
In case there's, I don't want to leave out any vegetarians, so I'll get a single side salad.
It's one of those clear clamshells with like lettuce.
By the way, that's the most zillennial thing.
Is it really?
I don't know. I have to think of everyone because someone on TikTok will see that I brought only euros and nothing.
You're gonna
for the
set down 3 bags of euros and then a clear clamshell that is mostly taken up by the ranch dressing cup that's inside of it.
And the whitest part of the iceberg lettuce and a few shavings of carrot.
There it is.
My friend and I have been having this debate. It's gyro, right?
Maybe I've already sold these. Maybe throw in another 10.
Are you blackmailing me because I mispronounced the food?
Maliciously mispronounced, I would say. You know what you did. You said you loved our food. That was part of what you said to make that willpower check earlier, was that you loved it. And I'm not feeling the love in that pronunciation.
I can love the taste without knowing how to pronounce it. Teach me, Sensei. Teach me, Gyro Sensei.
Teach me the ways. It is true that taste transcends all languages. Mm-hmm. And more so than taste is $10 extra.
Zack is feeling scammed here, so he's sheepishly going to hand him... Well,
Scammed?
Scammed? Yeah, he's getting blackmailed. He's getting upcharged just because he made a faux pas in pronunciation.
He says, aren't you the kid from... aren't you the kid that exposed Nick Northcutt?
Exposed.
Right, Zach's about to go to the sandwich shop next door. This is ridiculous.
Do you want me to ask my daughter to go on loop and talk about your offensive use of gyros? I'm just asking for $10 here, buddy.
$10 extra, like on top of what he's already paid him.
That's right. Just 10.
Zack doesn't like this guy much anymore, so he's going to make a little $10 bill out of some polys.
Oh.
Stick it in the tip jar.
Dirty dog. I appreciate it. It was only $10. And it goes towards cancer research.
Now Zack pulls out an actual $10. Cancer research.
It's been very near and dear to my heart ever since my child was afflicted with leukemia.
Well, you should take an extra 10.
Wait, I need Jay to roll something for this amount of emotional damage. Like, what the hell are you doing to him?
All right. We'll move on from this. I got what I wanted out of it.
Seriously. Let's be some superheroes, Jay. Come on, man.
So, Labyrinth. The Church of Biologenesis is this round building. It's a circular building, and there is a spire at the top of it around the center. It looks almost like an antenna, like a satellite antenna. You're not really sure what that does, but you've heard that they do TV communication stuff out of here. There's like an actual studio inside as a part of the whole church. You pull up to a park on your bike, and there is a park that leads to the building, and it's full of these bushes that have been cut into different shapes. So there's like a bush that looks like a family and people. There's another bush that looks like skyscrapers. Another one that looks like airplanes. Really intricate bushwork happening.
You're on it tonight.
At the Church of Biologenesis. I've been looking forward to this all week. So you're walking up that way, and you can see that there's double doors, glass doors of this building. The building looks like it's made out of glass, but you can't see through it. Like it's kind of a glass overlay.
Mm-hmm.
It's very odd. It's not just tinted glass, like it's just opaque, but glass looking.
Okay, yeah.
And you get to these double doors, and you can see one of those.
Real quick.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, that's right. You're invisible. So what do you want to do? How do you want to approach this building? I apologize.
Okay. So first of all, I do come on my black bike on my Labyrinth bike as Labyrinth, but I do have under my cloak stuff that Gracie can wear.
Okay.
So I hide my bike in an alley nearby, lock it up, and then I do want to kind of do a perimeter, but probably about 5:30, 5:45-ish. I want to see if I can find like security cameras on the outside.
I do want to say that there's no real alleys here because this is a very open area.
Mm-hmm.
There are like horse stables nearby that are part of that's a whole different deal.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not congested like a city here. It's very open.
Is there like a parking lot and stuff then?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to park your Labyrinth mobile in the...
No. Are there other parking lots?
Are there other parking lots? Yes.
Okay.
For the beach.
Okay. I'm going to park
3 miles away.
there.
I'm kidding. All right. I'm having too much fun. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're getting very... He's ready to rumble, Dave. He is ready to just be an antagonist.
He came with the snark today. He
is ready to just beat us down. Okay, I'm ready too, Jae. I go park in a parking lot, and I come, and I'm looking for some security camears, yo.
Yeah,
so,
they got plenty of those. Everybody sees you.
Everybody, okay, that's fine. I'm not invisible at this point.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock. The sun is almost setting. You're strolling up as Labyrinth to the Church of Biologenesis. Is that what we're doing?
No, I guess not. I'm going to be invisible.
Yes.
But as Gracie.
So you're invisible, but you look like Gracie, and you're walking up to the Church of Biologenesis. There are a set of double doors. There's one of those metal signs with the black ridges, and you put the little letters on it that says potluck tonight right outside.
Does it have open-close hours? Like, is it open?
You can tell that there are people going in and out with tables, fold-up tables. They're setting up in the... Yeah, are you going to go in? I mean, you can tell it's busy right now because they're setting up. If it's busy, then
I'm going to go in like after someone or as somebody's going in.
When you enter the inside, you see that there is a woman, and she has a white dress with puffy shoulders. It's kind of an old-timey dress. It looks very vintage. And she is directing traffic of the workers that are setting up. So she's guiding them towards a banquet room that's off of this main lobby. And inside this main lobby is a lot of greenery and a huge fountain in the middle of the room that has a moss-covered rock with a waterfall going that's running into the fountain. That's what's being cycled over and over. But even more impressive is a 8-foot-tall statue of Clayton Collins, the head of the church. Has a stone cape and cane. He has 1 foot on top of a rock, and he looks stoic, as though he's an explorer discovering new forbidden lands. And that's what you see in this room. There's also an alcove. There's like a check-in desk, and where you see like a security guard who's looking at a magazine, and every once in a while he'll look over at the cameras. He's got the little monitors on his desk, and you see there's an alcove with elevators. There's 2 elevators. There's one elevator that looks like it goes to regular, and then there is a different elevator that is roped off.
Okay.
And there is a security guard sitting in a chair right next to that elevator.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The building is only 3 floors tall. So, I mean, it's a big building, but it is only 3 stories high.
Okay.
So there's an alcove for elevators.
Are there any stairs?
Are there? Yeah, there's stairs.
Okay.
They would be to the left of the security guard desk.
Okay.
And there's different stairwells that lead up to meeting rooms on the second floor from here.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the exit off to there's a couple different exits from here that lead to like the banquet hall and some other places on this floor that you're not really sure where it goes.
Yeah, I'm going to go upstairs quietly.
Are you going just up like the kind of curving stairwell in this room? Or
Yeah.
are you trying to go through like the fire escape stairwell
No,
by the
curving
security
stairwell.
guard desk?
Yeah.
Curving stairwell. All right. You start walking up that. You get to the top, and there's a balcony, a railing system that you can look down on everybody. You can see this statue. You see these glass window panes, and there's a library up here. So you can see shelves and shelves of books, and there's people inside the rooms who are studying.
Are there any doors off anywhere else?
Not up here. The only other doors lead to like individual study rooms.
Okay.
Where people could like get a small 6x6 room and privately study.
Can I go up to the third floor?
From these, no.
From this floor, can I?
From this
Okay.
stairwell, no. You would probably need to either do the fire escape or you need to
Okay.
use the
Can I get
elevators,
to-
maybe.
Yeah, are those around? That's what I'm asking. Is like, can I get to the third floor from this area? I guess.
Nope. So
Oh.
you'd have to come down and go to the elevator. You can't access them from that library area.
Okay, I don't want to do that.
Right.
Can I get to the third floor from this area?
No.
From this floor. Okay.
Still
so I
no.
have to go back down. No, I was looking for a way to get upstairs without being noticed, without having to like dig in front of everybody else downstairs. But no, I guess I'll go back downstairs and then go to the fire escape. Yeah.
The fire stairs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big metal door, and it's right next to the security guard desk.
Is anybody going in and out?
No.
Is anybody using the elevator?
No. You just see the security guard sitting by the elevators. There's a separate security guard by the elevators. Just that one that's in that roped off area.
Cool. People are still going in and out of the building?
Yeah.
Okay, screw this. I'm going outside and going to the top.
Good call. We'll cut all of that stuff out and just get to where you go on top of the building. Is that what you want? You want to try and figure out a way to climb up to the top of this building?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I need to think this through. So I need to find where there are no cameras. Or no, like, there's not a good view of the camera, a blind spot.
You're just looking for one spot that's good for that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking for it? You want it to be on top of the roof?
No, on the side of, like, where?
Can it be anywhere? I don't know what we're getting at here.
I want to be able
What
to
is your
climb the
goal
building
here?
without a camera seeing me. Climb the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give an intelligence check to see if you can find a place.
Can I use investigation?
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be a 10.
Okay. You can find a spot that is absolutely a blind spot that you can do what?
Try and climb up. So I know that this is glass, but is it like... I don't think it would be sheer glass. There might be some ledges somewhere.
Yeah, it'll be hard.
I figured as much.
Would you like to try and parkour your way up here?
I would like to try and parkour my way up
Hey,
there.
give me a roll
All right.
as you try to Jackie Chan your way up the side of this building.
Nice. 15.
Holy shit. That's a 7. So a massive success. You're able to get to the top. And you can just describe for me what it is you want to do for this next part because it's such a huge success. Nobody, like, you find a path that is absolutely blind alley for their security cameras. You get to the top. What do you want to do?
So as you said, it's got like a dome and like a satellite spire or a radio spire.
It's not dome shaped. The whole building is round, as in like it's a.
That's what it was.
It's a donut.
Okay. And
But there is a flat top and a communications antenna on the top.
is there a door?
Yeah, there's one of those like
Okay.
doors. What am I
Go
saying?
try-
I don't
go
know
try
what
the
I'm
door.
saying. It's locked.
Yeah. I'm going to hit it with a fee blast.
All right, I made my roll. Roll your coordination.
It's an 8 because I rolled a 1.
What's the power level for your blast?
8.
It is an 8 too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You pop the, like, this is what you do. You channel your fee blast so that it pops the door handle off the door. And so now it's just like a hole, like,
Nice.
and you can just use your finger and pull the door open.
Okay. And then I kind of like put the doorknob kind of sitting there in the hole. So it
looks like it's not broken. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where am I?
You're in a stairwell that leads down to the 3rd floor.
Okay. I'll go. Is there any other doors up here or any other doors down off of the 3rd floor?
I mean, it's a very big building. So, I mean, we could be going down hallways like a fucking office building all day.
Okay.
What do you want to find?
I want to find... Yeah, that's a good point. I want to find...
Let's just get to that part.
Collins' office.
You want to find Collins' office.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an investigation roll. We'll just cut to the chase on that.
With intellect?
Yeah.
That is an 8.
You find a directory that leads you to an area on the 3rd floor where you just got in. That is an office that says Clayton Collins. It's not a corner office because there's no corners in the building, but it looks spacious. It has a big oak door. It looks very old compared to the modernity of the rest of the building. Everything else is very slick and glassy and metal. And this door looks like it's been salvaged from like a library from the 1920s or something. Like it's an old door with a glass panel that has painting on it that says Clayton Collins.
Okay. Is there anyone around or anything?
No, I think a lot of the people tonight are just off, like just preparing for a good little potluck.
I go up to the door.
Yeah.
Knock on it and step to the side.
Nothing happens.
I try the door.
It is locked.
Okay. I kind of try it loudly.
Oh, like trying to make a show of like how it is. Yeah. Still nothing. From behind you, you hear the sound of 2 voices rounding a corner.
Okay. I step to the side.
You step to the side. Don't back away from the mic when you say it.
I step to the side.
Don't do it.
I will.
Oh, jump off a cliff.
I step to the side.
You step to the side and you see Nick Northcutt and Clayton Collins walking down the hall. He says, I don't understand. I'm trying so hard to make this right. And it feels like nobody's on my side. Nobody but you all. And I think they're stopping the movie. And Clayton Collins is just nodding, walking. He looks a little disinterested, but his nod is...
Jay.
What?
Is there anything I can hide behind?
There is a receptionist desk for Clayton Collins' secretary.
Okay, I'm going to hide behind it.
It's probably a good idea. He says, well, Hollywood is full of users and abusers. They take advantage of you. If only we could convert more to our cause, we could fill them with more empathy than they currently have. Continue to do the work, and I'm sure we'll see results. And Nick Northcutt nods and he goes, I'm trying my best. It just doesn't feel like my best is good enough. And you hear them stop. You hear the footsteps stop. You can't see them because you're like tucked under the desk. So you hear their footsteps stop right in front of the desk. And he says, I have a book I want you to read. It's in my office. I have high hopes for you, Nick. And I think after tonight, you'll be able to realize those high hopes. And they step off, go towards the office. You hear them keys opening it up. And there's some shuffling around. And you hear an object pass from one hand to another. And he says, thanks, I'll make sure to give this a look. And he goes, take your time.
So they're in the room or in his office right now?
You get the impression they're like in the doorway of the office.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
If they're in the doorway, I don't want to do anything right now. If they go into the room or leave, then I will act. But I think for right now I need to remain unseen.
He says, I want you to go ahead and skip to chapter 7 and read that. It's about faith. And I think when you finish reading that, you'll be ready for this evening. Thanks. Thank you. I'll see you downstairs. I'm looking forward to the potluck tonight. Hopefully somebody in their infinite wisdom brings us some gyros. And Nick Northcutt goes, isn't it gyros? And he goes, who works for who, you son of a bitch? They get to a fight. All that's getting cut out. They say, hopefully they have some gyros on them. Love a good gyro. Then you hear their footsteps. You hear the locking of the door and they walk away.
I kind of do want to see where they walk off to.
They turn a corner And down the hallway, you hear the ding of an elevator.
Once I hear the doors do the open and close and I assume that they are gone, I'm going to fee blast his door.
Okay. Just breaking and entering. I love it. Okay. You do so.
Okay.
It's a very dry, professorial kind of office. Lots of books on shelves. The lighting in here is different. There's scarves and dimmer lights. You can see candles on the desk. Like maybe he works by lamplight too. It feels like you're in a room that's an antique.
Like maybe electronics aren't helpful. Are there any cameras in here?
There's actually no electronic devices at all in here. There's not even a computer. There's there's ledgers and notebooks on the table.
Taking a look at some of those.
It's nothing particularly interesting. It's very business oriented. Names of people, entries about messages and speeches that he plans on giving, calendars, schedules.
On the calendars, do I see anything for specifically the Saturday?
I mean, there's definitely on the calendar marking for the gala.
Just the gala, though.
He's drawn like stars and moons and like heart shapes all around it. Like it's clearly a very important day coming up. It's written in 3 different colors of ink. You can see one of those pens by it that has like the different colors that you click down: red, yellow, pink, green.
Any books around?
Tons of books.
Any multiples, like multiple copies of the same book?
Yeah.
I kind of look through them, specifically looking at any chapter 7s.
Yeah, make another investigation roll.
I'm looking to see if I can figure out what book Nick got. 7.
I rolled really poorly too. You find a book. You can see a section on the bookshelf that looks like it's been shuffled. Mm-hmm. Like maybe a book was recently pulled out. Mm-hmm. There is 2 or 3 copies of a book. It's an old leather-bound book. So it's like multiple copies of this leathery book. Mm-hmm. And you open it up and chapter 7 says the ascension of man.
I'm going to do one last curse, look around, see if I can find anything that explains how this guy could do anything to Zack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm looking for, but
I don't either.
I'm looking for any kind of clue as to if, like, the fact that this guy looked at Zack and made him feel weird and maybe did something with his mind. And I don't know that he did, but looking for any sort of clues.
There's nothing really in here that's nefarious. It's all very...
Yeah, I don't know, more books that say mind control or,
Yeah,
whatever.
There's a book that says How I Am a Supervillain.
No, okay. All right, well, like I said, I do one last look, and then I'm going to go out the way I came.
You sneak out, and it is 7 o'clock. Zack, you're pulling up to this park, which I described earlier, and you can see a group of people who are enjoying each other's company just outside, enjoying the early evening here in Solace Bay. You can hear the waves off in the distance from one of the nearby beaches and seagulls and stuff like that.
Zack wasn't sure who to be when coming up here, so on the way, when he was alone, he was kind of just taking a piece from this person that he did, and the nose from the Greek restaurant owner, the cheekbones of Lima, the ears of Gracie, Hartwell, just all these people he seemed to kind of creating this hodgepodge, unique individual.
Male or female or non-binary?
Male. Okay. Yeah. He's got the hair from Professor Conrad. So, he's kind of an older guy in his 50s. Just someone that he feels is unassuming. So, has this hot plate of Greek meats.
Greek meats ready to be ingested. You walk up and there are people and this woman, the white dress, puffy shoulders. It's a very old-timey looking dress, like something that somebody would have worn on the prairie, maybe, but it's very well sewn, very sturdy, and she comes up. And she's got a name tag that says, "Hello, my name is Doris." And she goes, "Hello, I don't think we know you. What's your name?"
"Why, hello there. My name is Richard Macon. Nick Northcutt's been a hero of mine for a long time, and I'm the janitor over at the high school at Malconian High. And when he spoke the other night, I I really felt like I needed to understand more about where he was coming from, and felt like it was my calling to be here tonight.
She gets very serious because they get a lot of people who show up just for Nick Northcutt. She says, well, we're very glad to have you, and we hope that you stay not just for Nick Northcutt, but for the message.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't even know if he was going to be here tonight. I was just here to learn tonight.
Well, that's very nice. What do we have here? Are those gyros?
Exactly.
I don't know if you know this, but that is one of the favorite foods of our teacher, Clayton Collins.
Oh, really? I was unaware. Just my favorite Greek shop in the area here. Figured it would be rude to show up to a potluck without something tasty.
Well, thank you very much for coming.
Of course,
Let me take you
Doris.
to where we can set your food down. And she guides you into the building where you see the fountain with Clayton Collins' statue and a lot of the same stuff that I described earlier. And you're taken into this banquet hall where there's even more people who are mingling around. There's, a couple of different wet bars and huge tables with different side dishes, green bean casserole. Somebody's put an intense amount of meatballs covered in some kind of cranberry sauce. Yeah, it's quite the spread.
Zack keeps on looking at the corners, looking for little drafts to see where's Labyrinth hiding,
Yeah.
Whenever he feels a gust of wind, he turns around, gives a little knowing nod.
And when you turn around, as you're doing all this, you're turning around and you see, coincidentally, somebody you just met for the first time less than a week ago. You see Gracie Hartwell. She has a pretty good-looking guy on her arm. And they're walking in to the building carrying a huge sack of chocolate donuts. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jay, and I hope you're enjoying the show so far. You might be wondering to yourself, hey, how can you show your appreciation for the work that we're doing here at Out of Depth? Let me tell you, friend, one way you can help us out is to just recommend the show to friends, strangers. Our goal is to get our stories out to as many ears as we can, so word of mouth is huge for us. Recommending the show to your friends, or leaving a review at whatever site you're listening to us at, that goes a long way to helping us find and build our audience. But Jay, you may say, I've got a little coin in my pocket. I'd like to throw it your way. How do I get it from my pocket to your pocket? Well, you can go to patreon.com/getoutofdepth and subscribe at any tier you feel comfortable for as long as you would like to. Patrons get access to some other behind-the-scenes info on the show, such as character questionnaires and my maps. They also get first access to our raw recording videos for each episode and exclusive access to our post-season Q&A, where we discuss the story and answer questions from subscribers. So if you want that kind of access to us, you're only going to get that at patreon.com/getoutofdepth. That money helps us pay for artists and collaborators and expand our ability to create fun stories for you to enjoy. We don't do ads or paid endorsements for games, which means support from listeners just like you is absolutely vital to our growth. And if you want to be a part of that, you can do it at patreon.com/getoutofdepth. Thank you so much. Holy shit. And with that out of the way, let's get back to the show and see who our heroes will save today. Gracie Hartwell and Chris Person is, you don't know either. He's your boyfriend.
I'm pretty sure. I think it's Chris Edwards, but now I'm afraid that that's another famous person. Hold on. I got it.
Chris Edwards.
James. Chris James.
Chris James and Gracie Hartwell are walking up to this counter where you see Doris talking to a man whose face is like a patchwork of distinct features. This Mr. Potato Headish
It's not that sloppy, but
character.
fine.
Ooh, his plastic surgeon did not do a good job.
Yeah.
It's like some kind
I
of
walk in looking like Mr. Potato Head. That's problematic.
what has happened to this guy? Just he's got one eye that's kind of big, and then he's got an Asian eye for a left eye. He's got clearly a Japanese eye for his left eye, and then a big bulbous white person eye for the right one.
Zack made a very forgettable, indistinct, just average.
He's
face.
completely unforgettable. You'll never ever be able to forget this.
I'll never get this face
ever.
seared off my brain ever
I'm sorry,
again.
Zach. You just don't have the awareness to pull off.
I didn't even get a roll. I could have.
There was no way to succeed. It was incredible. Yeah, you guys walk up and Dora says, "Oh, hello,
Hi.
welcome, Gracie, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm Doris.
Hi, Doris.
We're all big fans. I'm very excited. Chris," and she gives like a nod to Chris, like, "Good job." It's very like, "You've brought her here. Congratulations."
Yeah, he brought donuts.
Oh, good. Just set him next to those gyros.
Okay.
Well, you two clearly don't know each other.
No.
This is, what did you say your name was? Kevin Macon? Was that you?
Richard Macon?
Richard Macon?
Macon.
I think I was thinking like Macon Bacon and Kevin Bacon, and then I got the Kevin Macon. Richard.
Oh, we all saw that happen.
You were there. You all saw it. Richard Macon hanging out with some heroes. He's like, why don't you all get to know each other and discuss how you ended up in this church? I'll go first, just to get the ball rolling. And she says, my grandmother was a film star back in the halcyon days of Hollywood.
Oh.
And she was part of the foundation of free thinkers that believed in the power of humanity. And she met very young Clayton Collins. And they ended up starting this church years and years ago.
Oh, so your grandmother was a founder with Mr. Collins?
Sort of. She was with a group of people that were posing questions about what it meant to be human. And they met Clayton Collins, and he took it to another level.
Very cool.
But I guess we could consider her a founder. I'm never that presumptuous. But I loved my grandmother. She was an incredible actress, and we're all very proud of her. And I miss her every day. Richard?
I'm just a seeker of truth that's here to just look into some light and try and uncover some mysteries of the world.
As you're saying that, her hand slips into your hand, and then Gracie, her other left hand, slips into your hand, and you just realize that also Chris is, and you formed a circle of hands between the four of you, standing by this buffet of gyros and donuts and meatballs and Jell-O salads. How lucky we all are. Do you feel that pulse going through our hands right now? That's energy that we're all passing back and forth.
Yeah.
Tonight's going to be a very, very incredible event.
Oh, really? I mean, I just thought it was kind of a get together and get to know people, or...
It is.
I mean...
But we take these very seriously because every time that we have a community meeting like this, it's an opportunity to not only be more in touch with ourselves, but with the rest of humanity. And we don't take those for granted.
There is such a special energy about this place. It's remarkable.
Is there a special energy, Jay?
Is there a special energy? Roll
As
for
someone
awareness.
with some awareness, I'm wondering.
Roll for awareness.
Sorry, Dave. We both have our weakness. I guess that's going to be that. 7.
That's the highest I could possibly roll in awareness. Congratulations.
That's the best he could do. You're doing just what he could do. Peak Zack Lapidus.
Peak Lapidus.
Peak Lapidus. You don't know, but you're starting to feel like, I don't know. You're kind of feeling the pulse through each other's hands. There's like a weird feeling of communion happening.
Okay.
So, point of order, Baron Nightcloak is not like a name one would speak aloud here.
No.
Or he's
No one
very
would
much
know
like
what
a
that
behind
But
the scenes
does Zack know that?
figure. Yeah.
So when does Baron Nightcloak show up, guys?
I was also wondering
Just
about
doesn't seem
Baron
like a name
Nightcloak.
you just break out. Yeah, obviously
I'm gonna retcon my answer and say, find out. Find out.
Well, that's the way Zack was already feeling, so he's going to go with his gut and not just bring it up and just be an observer.
Okay.
I really had the urge, David, to be like, Gracie says, so where's Baron Nightcloak?
Gracie. Gracie.
Mm-hmm.
We know that there's been some tensions between you and another member of our church, and we're really honored that you're willing to come here and break bread with us. And we hope that maybe we can heal any wounds that have been inflicted by his selfish actions.
Well, that's nice to hear. And yeah, I like Nick and got along well with Nick. I think he made a big mistake. I think he took things too far. I don't think that that was the right way to do things. And unfortunately, there was some words passed which got us both incensed, I guess. So I'm willing to talk if he is.
Well, I'm going to let you all mingle and get to know other people. I'm called elsewhere.
Okay.
Have a good evening.
You too.
She walks away. As she's walking away, you see a person passing through the hallway. Leather jacket, ripped hole in the jeans, at the knee, motorcycle helmet on his head. And he's heading towards the elevators. As he's making his way towards the elevators, he's fumbling in his jacket pockets for something.
Does it look like it's Nick Northcutt?
Could be. You've seen those damned jeans before.
Mm-hmm.
Zack will walk up along next to him and just say, Nick, I gotta say, you're a real hero of mine, and I'd be lying if I said you weren't part of the reason I'm here tonight.
So you leave the banquet room and you go towards this guy who's heading towards the elevators with a helmet on, with this motorcycle helmet on, shades, and you say, Nick, you're a real hero of mine, and you just see this huge motorcycle helmet head tilt, can't see the face inside, and it just kind of nods in your direction and faces forward. You see a security guard sitting next to one of the elevators that's been roped off, and the guy leans forward like, should I get involved? And Nick raises a hand and waves him off, and he looks back at you. He puts his finger up to where his mouth would be on the helmet, like he's wearing this helmet so people don't realize that it's him. You see him reach into his pocket and pull out a plastic card, and he starts to walk away from you towards the elevators.
Nick!
You say Nick, and his shoulders slump, and his head tilts back looking towards you.
So you said that we see this, and so I'm seeing this guy, like, giving Nick
Yeah.
the business. I'm actually going to walk up, and I say, Nick.
And now he, like, throws his hands up in the air, like, God damn, like, everybody's saying my name out loud. And he turns around, he sees you, and there's, like, he freezes in time, and he takes his helmet off, and he waves, and he goes, hey, what are you doing here?
Came in peace.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm just here for a good time tonight, but I did also come with the purpose of saying, like, I didn't like how angry you were, but I didn't have to react that way either.
Sure. Maybe we can talk about it sometime when, and he looks at you and squints down at your, hello, my name is Richard, name tag. And he goes, can we talk about it when Richard is not around?
Yes, of course.
No offense, Richard. And then he holds up his helmet, which has that tinted visor, and he's like, can you guys see through this? Like, what is this?
I'd recognize those shoulders anywhere. Only one person walks with confidence like that.
I've been working on these shoulders.
Yeah.
For a while.
It shows. It really does.
Military presses. Add them to your workout as soon as possible.
I'll pull out like a little notebook and write it down. Of course. That's a brilliant idea. Thank you.
Well, you guys have a great evening. I've got Yep. And he turns around and goes into this roped off area.
Can I have like a little poly of my body basically like slurp off from my shoe and like crawl onto Nick's shoe?
I think we're going to need a determination point for that. Do you have any left?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't. No, yeah, that would be a determination point. No, I used 2 in the
intense fight.
Battle with Labyrinth.
Have you done anything that deserves a determination point so far? I don't know. You did give those $10 to the guy. that was trouble. I would say you went through some trouble. I'm willing to give you the move.
Okay.
I'm not really good at remembering to hand out determination points, but you probably should have gotten some because you're Zack Lapidus.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of trouble, even in just the decision to come here over tracking down Mr. Bliss, who I've been sworn against. So
you chose. Yeah.
All right, I'll have a little poly of my body slip onto Nick.
Okay.
It also would kind of mean that my attention is a little diverted from being able to, be full on Richard.
Yeah.
But
can't be full on Richard, dude.
Can't be full on Richard while I'm also spying on Nick.
Yeah.
Do we also does anybody see this?
This conversation?
No, this poly. It's like tiny. It's like microscopic.
Oh,
right?
It's not.
Yeah, it's pretty little.
Yeah, it's not microscopic, but it's very small.
Practically.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a piece of
it would look like
floating over.
Yeah,
okay.
it could look like just like a bug or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The big purple bug.
Yeah. Well, I could change its color. Its natural state is
it's purple bug.
Yeah, it's a little purple.
It's neon purple.
Stan. I'm joking.
Oh no. She like swats it off of Nick. You got something on your shoulder. Ooh. What was that? She splat this poly on his back. And then Richard screams in pain. No! It hurts. All right, you hop onto his biker boot and you Gracie, you notice this guy, Richard Macon, is just kind of staring blankly off in the distance as Nick Northcutt gets on this elevator. This fucking guy's so weird. He had a notebook and he was taking notes.
Yeah, I
You've
really
seen
like
these people
back
before.
up. I back up away and go go back to the room with lots of other people.
Anywhere else. Yeah. Nick Northcutt uses this key to get on this elevator, and it only goes in one direction. It goes down. It seems to go down for a very long time until it opens up. He takes a big deep breath, and he is now inside what appears to be a cavern, like a cave. And there's a lot of electronic devices everywhere. Weird tubes and lighting. It's like gases that are being expanded through tubes that light up and illuminate the room. It's very strange. Some kind of plasma gas is being fed through tubes, and it's lighting up this walkway that he's walking down. And you see a huge stone platform that has these Tesla coils on all the corners, and a spark of electricity is passing between them. And standing there is Clayton Collins. And Nick Northcutt walks up to him and says, I didn't finish that chapter. I didn't have enough time to really read it and ingest it, but I don't think I have to. I think I know that this is what's right for me. I'm willing to do this. And Clayton Collins says, I know you've been very hesitant about receiving these gifts, but I assure you that they're going to help you reach people with our message. And Nick Northcutt unzips his leather jacket. He's got a sleeveless black tank top that says Motorhead across the chest. And he removes his, he's got one of those chain wallet links. He takes the chain off and sets it to the side. His hand pulls back from it because there's a lot of electricity in the air and it sparks him. I need you to make a willpower check, Lazarus. because your poly is starting to enter a field that is making it vibrate at an intense frequency.
It's an 8.
You're just going to see enough of this before your poly cuts out, because we got a wash here. You get a little good, a little bad. Okay? So I'm going to give you a little teaser of what's happening. Nick Northcutt gets up on top of this platform, lays down. Clayton Collins opens up a large book. It looks like it's made of metal paper and has strange geometric designs, and it looks not exactly like, but very similar to a book that you have on your person right now. It's smaller, it's less ornate. It maybe only has about 10 pages. And he flips it open, and at every touch he makes of these pages, sparks emit from his fingertips. And he looks at Nick Northcutt and he says, "This might hurt a little bit, but I know you can take it." And that's when your poly fizzes out, pops, and like blood drips down your nose.
Oh.
So I was saying, buddy, like, look, let's go to this biogenesis stuff and just see what's going on. You know what I mean? And you realize this guy's been talking to you for the last 10 minutes. I said to my wife, we should go. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got a little something, a little red going on there, buddy.
Oh dear. Yes.
I had a cousin, used to get nosebleeds all the time. This is a good guy.
No, I'm so nervous just to be here. Feels like I'm in the presence of something special here.
Hey, you ain't got to be nervous around me, all right? I'm just a regular run-of-the-mill Joe.
Oh, no, that's so great to have a peer to go through this experience with together.
Yeah. You know, I just wanted to say you're a really good listener. I mean, I've been sitting here rattling on, and you just sat there and listened the whole time. I feel like I'm really connected to you.
It's easy to listen when you have so many pearls of wisdom.
Man, I knew I found the right place. I'm definitely going to be a member of this church for life because of this conversation we had. You get a buzz, your cell phone goes off, and it is Jackson. I hope you're on your way.
What time is it now?
Yeah, he set an alarm.
It's been 30 minutes.
Okay.
So it's like 7:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 9 o'clock is when I'm supposed to, I get 45 here.
Technically, also, I want to say, isn't his house, farther away? Jackson would know, he actually needs to be leaving earlier. But
he's trying to get to the warehouse, right?
Yeah. Anyway.
We're all good.
I am actually trying to see if I can figure out, I'm just kind of listening in, trying to see what's going on. I was way more interested in whatever Nick's up to, but I'm playing it cool. Labyrinth does the long game. She is not aware of any sort of time sensitivity here. So she's just making her way around and seeing if she can actually figure out who Lazarus is. He said he disguised himself. I wonder if I can pick him out. Can I make an awareness test?
Yeah, make an awareness test.
Yeah.
Well, can I combat it against, I don't even know what it would be. Coordination?
Your
willpower, I think, would do it.
My willpower?
Would it be
here,
doesn't he have your power, what as a modifier?
I have a specialty in performance, in acting, from the school plays. So,
okay.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Let's go. 9.
10.
Yeah, don't know who it is.
Gosh, can't find this kid. Where is he? Okay. You
see a blonde-haired little boy.
If you saw who was walking in with the gyros, you might have figured it out.
She did see somebody standing next to the gyros when she walked in. But unfortunately, she failed that role. She'll never know. She never put it together herself.
You said there's a blonde little boy?
Yeah, there's a blonde little boy who's playing by himself, and he has a polymorph action figure and a croctopus figure, and he's mashing them against each other. And you haven't seen him with a parent or anything. Maybe it's this little kid.
I actually did go up to him. Hey, do you like polymorph and croctopus?
I love them.
Yeah? They're pretty
My
cool.
parents tried to take these toys away from me when we joined the church, but I won't let them take them away from me.
Okay, I think that's your right. There's nothing wrong with polymorph and croctopus.
That's what I tried to tell them.
I guess I get the feeling that this is a place trying to say that we shouldn't depend on heroes. But I don't think that heroes are bad.
Neither do I. I think they're the greatest, especially polymorph. He's my favorite.
Yeah. I'm Gracie. What's your name?
He puts down the toys next to his plate of gyro, and he shakes your hand. My name is Vincent.
Vincent. Nice to meet you. Who are your parents? Are they here?
I really shouldn't talk to strangers, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. No, I'm trying to get to know people. I don't know anything about the church, so I just thought I'd go introduce myself, but that's okay.
No problem.
You have fun with your action figures.
And to you as well. And he runs away laughing. All right, Lazarus, what do you want to do? Something weird's going on downstairs.
Can you feel like that pulse of energy? Like, do I still feel like, oh, there's still something?
You have a residual feeling of it. Like all your other molecules, all your little polys are vibrating on that frequency that the other. Yeah. It's kind of quantum entanglement happening.
Yeah, but in order to get to that elevator, I would need to get on, to get past a security guard with like a key card. To even do it, from what I saw. Unless
you can come up with a different way of doing it. Yeah.
Mainly, he's trying to. He wants to learn about biogenesis and like what types of things they're interested in doing in the city. So he's kind of like talking to people about that kind of stuff. But he is kind of interested if like Clayton Collins ever comes up, or especially if he sees creepy man that can see through his soul again here. So he's keeping an eye out for those people that he would recognize and trying to learn about this cult here.
They're all very pleasant people. They're
As
very
cults
into
are.
It.
Did anyone touch the side salad?
The side salad sits. There was like a cherry tomato.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Oh, okay.
But only the cherry tomato's gone.
Yeah.
And then like right next to that clamshell filled with salad is like a cucumber that was bitten into and then put back.
But the ranch is also gone. Someone took that and has been dipping.
Yeah. You see that somebody has been, you like clearly see somebody who's dipping their gyro in ranch instead of like tzatziki sauce or whatever it is. Sorry to any Greek people if I'm fucking up.
Oh, you're sorry for mispronouncing any Greek food. I'm great.
Yeah, I'm
glad
gonna go
that
ahead
you're
and take
finally making
responsibility for my own ignorance in advance.
And not double down on it.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know why we're talking about Greek food. All right, time's ticking.
I actually asked Doris, who brought the Euros? I love them.
Oh, that would be the man you met with me earlier. Sorry, I was just in the middle of telling these people about my grandmother Zelda and her film that she did with Walter Lamb. It's one of her favorites. It's called The Lucky Bachelor. We were kind of talking about that right now, but let me go ahead and answer your question.
No. I like The Lucky Bachelor, but
yeah,
I will let you talk and
tell
them all about it. Yep.
All right.
Was Zelda a big person in The Lucky Bachelor?
She was the female lead, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Which was overshadowed by Walter Lamb and his antics, because he's the Lucky Bachelor.
Yeah.
So she was a bit of a, like, nag.
Oh, gotcha. The woman that ties him down in the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's open-ended.
So yeah, I go to Chris and I say, hey, do you know where the bathroom is?
Yeah. Do you want to go to
the
here, bathroom?
Chris. Yes, I need to
I don't know. I've been scared all day with the goddamn boa constrictor, so...
She's not a boa constrictor.
Python, whatever.
Yes. She can't hurt you. I mean, I guess if you're really mean, she could cut off the circulation to your hand. I don't
want to talk about it anymore. Bathroom's over there.
Thank you. I peck him on the cheek and go to the bathroom.
Hey.
And become invisible.
All right. You get invisible in the bathroom. And you come back out invisible. To do what? What are you doing?
I go to Richard. Hey.
Richard, you feel the wind kind of shiver up your spine.
I blow on the back of your neck. No, you just kept talking about gusts of wind. And that's all I can picture now. Is that apparently that's what I do when I come up to people's... Lazarus, have you found anything?
I kind of drift back to a corner and kind of sip my drink, in an isolated part of the room as possible.
I drift back with him.
I kind of flip through my notebook like I might be kind of like reading some of my notes out loud to myself and just kind of like whisper, they're doing something to Nick Northcutt down in the basement. Some sort of ritual or I'm not sure. But they're using Tesla coils to do something to him. I'm not sure what.
I'll see what I can do. I'm going to exit and go to the elevators. And...
Yeah. See the security guard stand there, and there's a rope, velvet rope, around the set that need to be used to access this down cavern area.
That's a very odd concept. Anyway, that's a very off-putting thing to me. If I was to come into a place that was supposed to be an open church where all can join, but not this door.
Hey, Gail.
With the velvet rope.
You leave your commentary at the door on this, okay? What do you want to do?
I want to. I'm going to try and annoy the security guard and get him to check some things out I keep pressing the elevator key. First the one that's not roped off, but if I can do anything to press or mess with the secured one, I'm just going to go back and forth.
You're just like hitting...
Yeah.
Just hitting the up and down button on the other elevator. And the security guard looks up. Nobody comes out of the elevator. He looks back down at his phone.
When it closes, do it again.
Closes. He looks back up. Looks around left to right. What the fuck? Closes. He stands up this time. Slowly walks over towards the elevator. Peeks his head in. Sees that there's nobody in it. I'm talking very slowly in case you want to do anything right now.
No,
1
I don't
Mississippi,
need to.
2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. He pulls his head out, goes back to his seat.
Do it again.
Well, that was interesting.
And I keep doing it.
Yep.
Until...
He gets on his walkie-talkie and says, I think there's a malfunction with the elevator.
Okay.
I need a maintenance guy over here.
Oh.
10 minutes later, there are 3 maintenance guys looking at the elevator, trying to figure out what do you want, Gail? What do you want to happen
I basically want them to be completely engrossed.
I can't read your mind.
And I want to see if they'll like shut down the elevators or like call both elevator, because usually when you shut down elevators, you have to call them to the ground floor.
Okay.
And then they stand wide open.
Right.
And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's not going to happen with this other elevator.
It doesn't happen.
2 separate
with the
elevators.
I know, but do I see a key card on the security guard?
No. Zack Lapidus, you get another buzz of your phone. You realize, watching this intense circus of all these elevator maintenance people gathering around the elevator, you've only got maybe 15 minutes left at this party before you need to leave.
I start kind of making these awkward gestures, kind of stretching out, trying to see if I...
Accidentally bump into Labyrinth.
Just doing like some lunges in the corner here.
As you're doing that, Doris walks by. Excuse me, Richard. And she walks by towards the people of the elevator, and she goes, "What's going on with the elevators?" And they're like, "Ma'am, there's an issue with this one. It just keeps dinging. We're not really sure what the fuck the problem is." She says, "Is that elevator fine?" And they're like, "It's a separate scheme. Like, we're not really..." And she goes, "Okay, that's not coming up, right?" And they're like, "No." And she goes, "Okay, it's really important that that's not to be disturbed." And they're like, "We get it. It's fine." And she starts to walk away. And you notice that on her purse is a key card to that elevator.
I want to take it.
And so you'll try.
Coordination?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I also do martial arts?
I don't think martial arts teach pickpocketing. No.
Just quick hands is what I was thinking.
I said no.
I understand. I heard you. All right, let's go.
I'm gone. I'm done.
It's 13.
13.
Yes, I rolled a 6 again. I love it.
Yeah.
All the 6s.
You get the key card as she's walking away. You pluck it off her purse. The little handbag.
And I did see how it works. What happens? Is it just sticking it in?
No, it's like a barcode reader. You just scan it in front of it. Yeah.
Okay. And I believe to let it read it, I would have to let it... Do I need to
you
let
have
it be
to let
seen?
it... Well...
Or no. The machine will read it. So I'm going to use a determination point to keep it invisible, but flash it up.
The elevator opens. And all the guys go,
look, I'm
shit, what
and
just
I
happened
press
there?
Down.
And you slide in. Zach, what are you doing?
So, can I roll an awareness to see if I was aware that any of this happened?
I mean, you definitely saw the elevator you've been wanting to get into open up.
Yeah.
Come on.
You're like overhearing this conversation of the security guard over by the monitors go, I don't know what those people are stopping elevators for. Just tell that lady who kept pressing that button to stop pressing the button.
Yeah. Well, with you already going down, I don't know if there's much I can do other than...
I think we're about to split this party unless you're not going to go to Jackson Jones.
Yeah, so Richard's going to kind of stand in the corner, kind of acting like he has to pee almost. And he's like, ooh, I have got to go. Ooh, oh boy, do I have to go. Just to see if Labyrinth overhears him because he has no idea where Labyrinth is.
Like doing bird whistling. Woo.
Yeah. Woo.
Gotta go. Gotta go right now.
Oh, I have to go.
He also starts blowing. That's our signal to each other.
Oh, and then he realizes that he has her cell phone number. And he's going to text her, I have to go. It's time. It's time to meet Jackson.
Oh, shoot. Shoot, it's time. Fudge.
Yep.
Okay. I gotta go see what this is. I text back. Okay, I'll catch up. I think.
So Zack is going to start cordially making his goodbyes and thanking Doris and the various people he's met.
You haven't received a message back from Labyrinth because when she gets to the bottom, her phone fizzles. So you're fist bumping people on the way out.
Yeah, well, I was fist bumping the little kid that had the polymorph because,
Yeah.
big polymorph fan myself. But Zack is going to leave.
Zack leaves.
Sorry, Zack. We split the party.
Two missions at the same time. Said I wasn't going to split the party, but here we are.
Labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
The elevator door opens up, and you see...
I forgot to say when I went to the bathroom, I did become Labyrinth when I went invisible. Sorry.
Sure. Yeah.
Sorry.
You open up the door, and you see this cavern full of tubes that look like they're filled with some kind of plasma gas that's lighting up deep purples. And it leads down this walkway towards these huge Tesla coils that surround this platform. And you see a man, Clayton Collins, and he's standing over the body of Nick Northcutt, who's not moving. And he's reading from a book. And as he's reading, you realize you have just showed up because a lot of time has passed since this ritual started. You're showing up at the tail end of it, and you see Nick Northcutt's spirit leave his body and absorb into the body of Clayton Collins, a.k.a. Baron Nightcloak.